So I've had the Vitra Pro neckband and glasses combo now since the beginning of the year. So I think something like January or February or something like that. I've been using it on and off, and there's been quite a few updates since then. For the most part, though, most of the functionality stay the same, but there are some impressive upgrades. Today, I want to give you guys, let's say, 9 months uh, update. Right now, the Luma Ultra, and all those glasses are already out. But the Luma Beast is the one that I feel like most people are really waiting for because it has the wider field of view and it has native 3 dove. And as far as the Pro neckband itself, which is really what the focus of this video is more so about, it's still the same. There is no new version, but they have updated quite a few things. As far as performance wise goes, this thing has more capability or better performance than the Extra Beam Pro in my experience. Now, it could also be the fact that the current version that I have has 2 gigs of RAM more, has 2 more gigs of RAM more than the more than the Extra Beam. So that might be the reason, or maybe just Vitra is better at optimizing their software. I would say though, the Roku station still outperforms this, but by itself, it's an impressive device and it pretty much does everything I needed to do. I've been using this on and off, not consistently. I feel like the reason why, well, this thing is so capable, right? But I feel like it's kind of handicapped by the glasses that you use along with it. So right now I have the Pro XR, which has 46 degrees field of view, and the speakers, I'll be honest, are not that good. But that's not the problem. The biggest problem for me is not even the field of view, is not the speaker, because I could always use Bluetooth headphones, or I can just use the speaker. My biggest gripes with these glasses has always been drifting. So when I wear this Pro neckband, I want to do so much. I want to use it a lot more, but the drifting on the glasses just drives me crazy to the point where I just can't use this. Two things that are pretty impressive about this is, well, by far the most impressive thing in spatial computing right now is Vitra's AI 2D to 3D conversion. When it first came out, it was in beta. You could only do 1 or 2 minutes. Now you can do a full movie. Man, the 3D is just, it's impressive. I can load any video onto the device. As long as it can play, the thing will transform it into 3D. And it's just incredible. They have it on mobile and they have it on PC. So that is by far the best single feature on basically any, spatial computing right now. Now, the downside to that 2D to 3D conversion is it only works with local files. So, unfortunately, for someone like me, like 99.9% of the time when I'm watching movies or shows, I'm usually watching them on services like Netflix, Hulu, Prime, Paramount, etc. So I can't really use 3D conversion, so it really kind of makes it a bit useless. But for those few times when I do have a movie file that I can transfer to this, it just plays incredible. If I really want to get a 3D experience for like YouTube or stuff, I would have to use the mobile app. And once again, I really don't enjoy using these glasses because of that drifting. I love the fact that Vitra has a controller. This is Vitra's controller, and this thing pairs super nice with it. You can play mobile games and navigate the entire system with this. Now, speaking of navigation, the second big update that they have is hand gesture. Before, it was in beta and it was very, very clunky. But they've had 2 or 3 major updates now that actually allows you, like basically when you put your palms out, the camera sees them, and you can literally, as you're moving your hand, those things are tracking your hands, and you can see how your hands are moving on the screen. What I found is though, when you're using hand gesture, I found that hand gesture works better with your right hand because the camera is on the right side. You can use your left hand, but it doesn't work so well. You're better off using your right hand. Now, it works very, very well in most cases. There are certain times when I'm clicking, it's just not clicking, and I get a bit frustrated, and I'll have to rely on the mobile control. Basically, you can connect your phone to this. Vicha has an app that you can actually use to navigate the system. So for the most part, I really love this device. I think it's absolutely worth it. But I would just say that if you have the Vicha Luma, the Luma Ultra, or the Vicha Beast, you're gonna have a much better experience. Well, I won't say that for sure because I haven't tried those glasses. They may be having some drifting issues as well. I don't really know. I did see a couple of comments under my videos of people saying they were having some drifting issues with some of the newer glasses. I can't say for sure because I haven't tried that, but my thought process is, since Vicha says they are putting magnetometer in the newer glasses, so that should eliminate or at least reduce the drift on the previous glasses like this one. So I would hope that with the newer glasses you're gonna have a much better experience with the Pro Neckband. But if you're thinking about getting it, if you already have Vicha glasses, then yeah, I believe this is worth it. Navigating the device, it has to be the biggest con for me, and the stability. So even though this has a better performance than the Extra Beam Pro, when I wear the Extra Beam Pro, when things are fixed in the 3 Dove, they really just stay exactly where I put them. When I move my head side to side, there is no screen tearing. Whereas I do occasionally get that with the Pro Neckband. The problem is I don't know if it's the Pro Neckband or if it's the glasses. Now I do believe in some aspect it is the Pro Neckband, but when it comes to drifting, I do think it's the glasses. So navigating the device is a con for me. Yeah, that's about it. That's really all the con that I can think about. If you'd like to have one of these, there's going to be a link in description. If you want to check out the other competitors, you can check out Xrio, and then you can check out Rokid. Rokid has special computing which outperforms pretty much this and Xrio's. But with Rokid, you can't watch movies in 3Dove. With Vichas, you can watch Netflix, Prime. It doesn't matter. Whatever app you can find on Play Store, it would play it in 3Dove. It didn't used to be the case before, but they've done updates. Now you can watch it in 3Dove. So yeah, this has been my long-term update with this device. If you already have it, I encourage you to update it and try those hand gestures again. If you're thinking about getting it, if you already have Vicha glasses, then this is your only option really, unless you're trying to cross over to Xrio, Rokid, Rainio, whatever is out there. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.